For my final word today, I want to talk to you about two comments I'm starting to hear more and more in education discussions. The first one is college isn't for everyone. This comment often comes up in discussions about how our universities need to be held more accountable. There have been proposals floated here in North Carolina, and in other states for that matter, to tie state funding of public universities to job placement. Now, on one hand, I understand a college education is increasingly a very expensive proposition, and we want folks to be gainfully employed after college. But here's what bugs me about this comment. First of all, the idea that college isn't for everyone is almost always cloaks an overall indictment of the value of any liberal arts degree. And I don't say that just because I have one. I recall when former Governor Pat McCrory visited UNC Chapel Hill and looked around the campus and said, "You know what we really need are more truck drivers and not more psychologists, sociologists, lawyers, and journalists." Funny thing, the folks who often make these comments that college isn't for everyone are usually graduates of four-year colleges themselves. And generally, they're sending their own children to four-year universities. So when they say college isn't for everyone, exactly whose kids are they talking about? Now, look, the college isn't for everyone statement isn't completely false. It's just a little disingenuous. It's much easier to sell the notion that college isn't for everyone than it is to muster the political will, like Dr. Flood said, to adequately invest in early childhood, in K-12 education, so that all of our children are prepared as if they are all going to college, and then to invest in higher education and make college more affordable and accessible. The other phrase I'm kind of tired of hearing more and more is those who, and usually I hear it from those who describe themselves as education reformers, is that this insert new law policy here is about the children in the schools, not the adults. It's usually said when someone questions the new policy. Now, anyone who makes the comment, "This is about the children, not the adults," obviously hasn't spent a lot of time in our schools or know many teachers, since the obvious suggestion is the adults in the school building or the district office, or at the Department of Public Instruction for that matter, don't care about the children, they're just in it for themselves. And it just kind of burns me up when I hear it. Because I know that there are teachers that are working two jobs and scraping together their own cash to buy supplies for their under-resourced classrooms who frankly can't stop thinking about the children, their students, night and day. That is their focus. Frankly, I wish we made education policy in this state with a quarter of the passion and commitment to children that our teachers display every day. That's it for this week's show. Next week, we're going to look at the General Assembly's new principal pay plan that is getting very mixed reviews across the state. You'll definitely want to tune in. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.